All right, everybody, we're back with another episode of J-Man TV because I'm sure nobody got enough of this yesterday. So, first thing today, something I want to talk about: who would win in a fight? Batman or He-Man? I mean, let's think about this. Batman's got Batcave, a bunch of really cool gadgets, and all that sort of stuff. He-Man's got the power of Grayskull and this funky axe, which, let's be honest, nobody ever saw him use. I don't even know what was up with that. But Batman's crafty. He-Man, he doesn't seem like the brightest guy on the show. So, in the comments below, let me know. Who do you think would win in a fight? Batman? He-Man? All right. So now that we got that out of the way, let's move on to much more important stuff. I was thinking about a musical interlude. So here's the deal. Somebody in my neighborhood walks their dog and always has their dog poop in my yard. Now, it's not my next door neighbors because their dog's poop would be the size of my couch. But somebody. And I really have to worry about stepping in this. So one day, when I was thinking about, oh, geez, I got to be careful. There's a bunch of poop in the yard. I came up with this little ditty about the poop monsters in my yard. There are poop monsters on the ground. They are lying all around. Whatever will you do if one gets on your shoes? They are monsters made of poo. So, got a little music, got a little who would win in a fight. What should we talk about next? So something I was thinking is I would really like to get letters, well, not letters, comments maybe, emails, whatever, so that I can do a letter corner. You know, I'll read your letters on air, you ask me stuff, I'll tell you things. Some of it will be true, most of it probably not. But anyway, we're going to cut here for a commercial break. Today's episode is brought to you by bread. Bread. Think of all the things that you can do with it. Make sandwiches out of it, make toast. Bread. It's a good thing. Hey, we're back with a new segment that I'm calling J-Man's Gadget Corner. In this segment, what we're going to talk about are the tools of the trade if you are working on old computers. So, first thing you need for most of these things is a soldering iron. Now, this thing gets up to like 400 degrees centigrade, so you got to be careful with it. You could burn off your finger with it. But it's always good to have a good soldering iron. Always good to have one of these too. You can see on this one has a digital readout, so you can set the temperature on how hot you want it to be. You want it to be super hot, want it to be not super hot. Always very good to have. Another thing you always need, good sets of needle nose pliers. Now these things are lifesavers. I've had these for about 1,000,000 years. You can see they've taken a beating. I just got these not too long ago. They're fancy German ones. Ah, look at me. I am the German needle nose pliers. Yes. So anyway, some important tools of the trade. So what are we working on these days? Well, one of the things that I've been working on is this. This is an Atari 1040 STF. That stands for 1632 with a floppy drive. This machine, I have never been able to get a video signal out of it. Powered on, but there seems to be a problem somewhere. So I've been going through replacing the chips. As you can see, one of the chips is missing right now because I broke a bunch of pins off of it and had to order a new one from the UK, which did come in. I just haven't put it in yet. But I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with this thing. I've used my multimeter to check the voltages on all of these things. The RAM, which is down here, the system memory, all seems good. You know, I've replaced the video shifter chip here. I've replaced the system ROMs. The only thing I really haven't messed around replacing is the CPU. And that's because it's soldered to the motherboard, which makes it a real pain. So I think the next thing I might do is desolder this, because I do have a new CPU, and maybe we'll try that. Another thing I'm also going to work on is replacing some of these capacitors, because some of them might be bad. Old electrolytic capacitors, they leak. So maybe we'll do a video on soldering and desoldering. That'd be a lot of fun, right? All right. So, you can see here we've got bags full of chips, and not potato chips, but computer chips, things like that. Put those all right back here. Got a bunch of capacitors for replacing things later on. So that's it for J-Man's Gadget Corner. Hope you enjoyed it. Now, a word from our sponsors. Today's episode is also brought to you by donuts, because why the heck not? If you've got donuts, eat them. Donuts, they're what's for everything. And we're back. And what just happened? Somebody sent me a message. Let's see who it was. Ooh, it's on Slack. And it's from my friend Willie. He said he's got an idea. Meet for a virtual lunch or dinner one of these days. Noon your time, 6 p.m. our time. Huh. Everybody just prop up a laptop at the end of the table. Now there's a great idea. Thank you, Willie. I think more people should do that. Everybody has phones. Everybody's got chat things. Why not meet with your friends, your family, and everybody for a virtual dinner once a week? Or maybe just virtual snack time. Or, for grown-ups, virtual cocktail hour. For kids, virtual soft drink hour. It doesn't have to be an hour, 5, 10 minutes. Just make sure you keep in touch with people. Send them funny videos. Tell them jokes. Speaking of which, it's joke time. Got one for you right here. Why do vampires make terrible project managers? Huh? Because they can't deal with all the stakeholders. Ho ho! Get it? Stakes, vampires, stakeholders, projects. It's probably not for everybody. All right. So, I think this has been a pretty good episode of J-Man TV. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave thoughts in the comments. Like I said, questions, things you'd like to see on the show. We want to be here for you. So take care, everybody, and stay well.